Hi, new week, hi.
Hello.
Fran's back.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yay.
I didn't think anyone would announce that unless I did.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, it's just, I don't know, but
No one
Something.
cares.
yeah. How's everyone been?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really much to report. I'm moving back to London in April, which I assume our audience is fascinated by.
I thought
Where are you now?
most of the audience will think like, oh, I thought England was just all London, but
No, I think based on the three brothers in Frasier, all of whom are supposed to be related, they'll think England is made up of Manchester, Liverpool, Yorkshire, and London.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like Wales, somewhere in there.
Yeah,
And Swinton.
Yeah.
Oh, Swindon. Oh, Swindon. Oh, Swindon. What's in Swindon?
So
many
I
things.
wanted to talk about the Oscars.
The Oscars.
I wanted to talk about the Oscars, but I don't want it to end up the same way, because we talked about the Grammys the day before the Grammys, but then by the time the podcast finally came out, the Grammys were already old news. So I don't know if we should talk about the Oscars, because by the time this comes out, the Oscars will already be old news.
Well, I don't even know what to say about the Oscars, except
They're tomorrow, so-
posting. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. So,
I have to stay up till like 3 o'clock in the morning to watch them.
yeah.
Ugh.
I just want to go ahead and say congratulations to Adele for winning your Oscar tomorrow. Because she's gonna win. Like,
Watch she doesn't.
yeah. I that's the only one I'm really sure of. Like, she's gonna win, and then Anne Hathaway's gonna win supporting actress. Or
Yeah,
actress.
definitely. She won a
Actress?
BAFTA.
Yeah, like this is gonna sweep up everything.
Mm.
Is she nominated for actress or supporting actress?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Actress? I think it is.
Oh, possibly.
So congrats to Anne
think-
Hathaway for your Oscar.
You are very... I was going to say you're very welcome, but I didn't win it.
Yeah.
Um,
Anne Hathaway.
Wow. Representing. Anne can't be here to accept the award, so in her place is Fran.
Hey, fuck off, you wankers. I would
Well,
say.
you kind of have her haircut, you know?
I do
Yeah.
now, yeah, except mine didn't get hacked off by a pimp.
Yeah. I think Anne Hathaway should... I haven't even seen Les Mis, but I think she should win all the awards, because she had to get married in that haircut.
She did.
Yeah.
I think it looks hot
Horrible.
though, it suits her.
It's alright, I mean... I grew up with Anne
Just
Hathaway...
pixie cut or the way it was when she was in Les Mis?
I mean, I grew up with Anne Hathaway having that long princess hair, you know?
I like the way the pixie cut looks on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quite like it. But I know what you
the,
mean.
It's the in thing now, I think. Because everybody has...
Yeah,
Well, that's because
I have to admit, when I got mine cut, I asked for an Emma Watson.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like such a dickhead.
Why? I kind of wish I could rock one of those, but
But
my hair's too curly. I know if I do that, if I cut my hair really short, I'll look like a clown.
You'll
It'll just be
look like-
curls on my
okay,
head.
but-
Shirley Temple.
You
Yeah.
never cut your hair, Georgia. You've got beautiful hair.
Aw, thank you. Even though I've
hair.
never really met me before.
I remember when I was a kid, I went to Florida to visit my aunt, and this was when I was about maybe 10 or something, and while I was there, my aunt cut my hair, and she literally cut all of it off. Like, I had hair, I think, to my ears. It was that short, and then I came home, and apparently she had done such a botched job at it. My parents were so angry at my aunt because my hair looked like fucking shit. Like, it looked awful. Apparently, I didn't know that until, like, they had told me later in life, but apparently it looked fucking awful, and I hated it. I don't know why she cut it, because I didn't like it either. But
So
I had a
what?
hairdresser cut all my hair off once, and it was at the age where I had yet to develop anything, so everybody thought I was a boy.
yeah.
I
Yay.
voluntarily used to tell people I was a boy when I was a little kid. I really wanted to be a boy. And I believe we were on some sort of cruise. And according to my parents, I apparently told an elderly couple that I'd had my willy cut off.
Oh my god! Fran!
Apparently that's what I said.
Nice.
Oh my god.
And maybe I did. Maybe there's something I've suppressed.
I know, right?
Yeah, Yeah, maybe there is, Francis. Next week on Those Girls with the Podcast, we find out someone is not a girl.
Yeah.
The jury was always out.
Yeah. I remember, like, even in middle school, I think the last time, like, for some reason back in school, like, people would always ask me if I was a boy or a girl for, like, no reason. It was, like, fucking dumb now that I look back at it, and I'm like, obviously I was a girl. But I think the last time I ever got that was in, like, middle school, but that's when, like, every girl started to look different from boys, so I just looked at this guy like he was a fucking moron. I'm like, are you fucking serious right now?
But boys at that age, I just remember being so. I don't know. They just had no idea about girls. Like I remember like when I was 12, I would have boys in my class being like, "So do girls like fart? Do they like poo?" And I'm like, "Are you asking this?"
That's like Carl Pilkington not knowing the snakes fart or something.
Oh, almost
random factoid.
I didn't know they fart. I thought that was a human thing.
To be fair, I wouldn't have necessarily known that about snakes.
Yeah.
About snakes, no. I was just thinking, I've never actually thought about that.
Me neither. Thank you for enlightening me.
Yeah, I think it's time we all start thinking about that.
Yeah,
giving
live.
a little bit more thought to our friends, the snakes.
Yeah. Slytherin. Harry Potter.
That's funny. Oh my god, that's so funny you're saying that because I'm trying to. My sister has like some DVDs that she wants to sell, and so she just gave me an unopened copy of the Chamber of Secrets.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I'm actually trying to sell it right now as we speak.
Yeah.
On
Have you seen
Amazon.
it?
So. I've seen it, but I just, we already own it, so I don't really want another copy around.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I don't think I own any of the Harry Potter movies.
You want it, Greer?
I don't know. I don't have any money, so.
I could send it to you.
Good.
Greer.
I'm trying to save up for. I'm trying to convince my parents to let me buy like a cheap game every month because I'm obsessed with trying to get trophies on PlayStation right now. So I really want you to know Jack.
I'm doing that with Bioshock. I'm playing again to get all the trophies.
It's really the third week in a row I've talked about You Don't Know Jack. But
Yeah, you have a problem, Greer.
I really love that game. It's really great.
I've missed this. What's Jack?
You Don't Know Jack? It's a game.
You don't know Jack. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She doesn't know Jack.
Yeah. But it's like a humor-based trivia game, and it's really funny. It has a lot of like innuendo and adult-ish humor, but it's also very pop culturally up to date. And
cool.
I think they first had it back on the PlayStation and the PC, but then and I think it also used to be like a game show for a very, very, very short time.
I know they had it on the PC because I used to play it as a kid.
Oh, really?
On the PC computer.
Yeah.
I know how to speak, I promise.
And then I think they rebooted it. They rebooted it for like I think they kept rebooting it for PC, and then they came out with a shiny new version a couple of years ago for PS3, Xbox, Wii, and then there's actually a Facebook game for it, which is it's the official Facebook game. So,
it sounds awesome. It sounds like a pub quiz. I think
it really is.
Like that.
It's really great. You could play it on Facebook, and it's fucking awesome.
Can you play with other people?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I don't know whether any of you are watching The Office, but I'm.
No.
I don't watch the UK Office. My mom watches the American Office.
You don't watch the American one as well?
I kind of watch it sometimes.
Oh, right.
I'll
No,
watch reruns and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, alright. I'm following it like sort of I'm following it quite obsessively, so this won't be relevant to any of you, but I really I'm extremely dismayed by the way in which they've broken up Andy and Erin. I find it convoluted.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
Yeah, it did happen.
Yeah.
It certainly did happen.
I'm not super up to date on The Office, to be honest.
No.
Like, Like, I'll watch, my mom loves The Office. Like, she loves The Office and Parks and Rec and
I
stuff.
haven't seen Parks and Rec.
It's,
My sister made me watch it. I didn't really like it.
I saw the
but-
first episode.
Oh,
I remember watching the very first episode and thought it was good, but I never picked it back up, and my mom loves it.
I want to see Community.
I hear that's
I
really
love
good.
Community.
I haven't seen it.
Community is awesome.
Yeah, that's another
Oh,
one
yeah,
I haven't
I-
seen, but people always flip their shit over, so
I miss 30 Rock.
you missed 30 Rock.
I miss 30
You
Rock
and
so
you and Rose bonded over 30 Rock
we
ending.
really did, even more so than we did over Hey Arnold.
You guys like
No,
super bonded over 30 Rock ending on Facebook.
We really did. Well, it's got my baby Alec Baldwin in.
Yeah.
Your baby Alec Baldwin?
As in not like my baby, like I, push him around a pram, but
You have a crush on him?
yeah.
Alec Baldwin's
He's
okay.
okay.
All the Baldwin brothers.
He's okay. It's just I don't want to have him yell at me.
Yeah.
Ever.
Oh,
Scares
God,
me.
God, remember when
fuck.
that happened?
Yeah.
That seemed like such a long time ago. Like, I always forget that happened.
I feel bad for finding it so funny.
Yeah. I did too for a while. I'm like, oh man, that's actually kind of funny because it's coming from Alec Baldwin.
And just because you can't believe those words are coming from him and that he's saying them to an 11-year-old, and it's the fact that it's his daughter, and he's like, okay, I don't care how old you are, whether you're like 9 or 10 and I'm like, fuck, how old is your daughter? Don't you know?
Oh, you're 9 or 10 or 30? I don't know.
I don't care. You're a rude little pig. It's crazy. That shit be cray cray.
All the Baldwin brothers,
It's
like,
crazy.
if you look at all the Baldwin brothers, they really do all almost look the same.
There's about 20 of them, right?
Yeah.
I know, it's weird.
I think Alec Baldwin is beautiful.
He's the
literally,
most handsome out of all of them, I think.
He's so handsome, but I think he's a great actor. Like, I really, really like him as an actor.
Yeah.
And he's like the most liberal out of all of them. I think the others are all quite conservative.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was watching,
I don't know.
I think he's a good character actor.
Yeah, he is a good character actor.
He plays that serious guy, but you want to laugh because it's Alec Baldwin. It's
Yeah,
almost like,
totally.
It's almost like, I'm trying to think of like a comparison, but I can't right now.
I think it's his thing.
Yeah. Oh god, I really did want to talk about the Oscars, but then I thought, like, man, by the time this gets
No, I
out,
think we can talk about the Oscars. I mean, we're only going to be like a couple of days out of date.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, I
how many
predict
of them
that.
have you seen?
I predict that Seth MacFarlane will be funny, and the audience at the actual studio will not laugh, because that's what always happens.
Yeah. Totally. I totally agree.
I predict that Seth MacFarlane will be fine, but he will not be funny to me. Because I don't think he's funny at all.
You're not a fan, are you, Greer?
I'm not a fan. I don't think he's funny, but
I'm not really.
I just hope.
how many of the best pictures have you seen?
What's nominated?
Les Mis,
I was about to ask that.
Les Mis, Silver Linings Playbook, Argo,
No.
I've been crap this year, just Les Mis.
Amour, Beasts of the Southern Wild.
No.
I really want to see Beasts of the Southern Wild. It looks really good.
Yeah, I liked the trailer. Is Cloud Atlas nominated?
For Best Picture? No.
Yeah.
Life of Pi?
I doubt
Life of
that.
Pi is nominated for Best Picture, I think.
Well, I was just asking because it hasn't really like been out here for very long at all, Cloud Atlas, but Lindsay said it was her favourite film this year, so I thought. I wondered whether
Django
it had
Unchained is nominated.
Shut up! It
Yeah.
is for Best
Yeah.
Picture. Oh my god, that's so not gonna win, but that would be so cool
Is
if
it
it did.
good?
It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's pretty. It's like Tarantino craziness. It's like 3 hours.
I think
It's so long, but it's so good. But that I can't even believe that's
Totally
nominated.
is.
That is awesome. I could go
Zero
for
Dark
that.
30.
It's
I
such
really
a good
want to see Leonardo DiCaprio
Yeah.
in it because he's just fucking.
Yeah, it's like the one time well, for me, it's like the one time you see him and he's not a whiny little bitch. He's actually like a bad guy, And
He's
like,
kind of got better at
balls.
not being a whiny little bitch. He was really good, actually, when he was, like, 12 in What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
I haven't seen that.
He plays, like, a guy with, like, a really severe learning disability. But he, like,
Johnny
nails
Depp
it.
is in
It's
it.
not like... Yeah, Johnny
Yeah.
Depp is super in it.
And then I think
Although I'm coming out and saying that I'm tired of Johnny
Shut
Depp.
up. Talk that way.
Right?
And then the other two I'm trying to think. It's Lincoln,
I don't have anything against
Lincoln,
Johnny
and
Depp.
Zero Dark 30.
I haven't seen none of those.
I haven't seen any of them either because
Why would
I am
Django?
too poor to go to the movies. So
Yeah, tell
the
me
last
about
movie
it.
I saw was Rise of the Guardians. So, and that was back in January. So or December.
The
The
last
last
movie
one I saw was The
saw-
Hobbit.
I can't remember
Oh,
the last movie.
Speaking
I
of
saw in
Leo
theaters.
DiCaprio, he's not nominated for Best Actor. Again.
Well, he shouldn't be. I mean, for Django?
Yeah, for Django.
Well, he wasn't that good.
I know everyone always throws a fit because he keeps getting shut out of the Oscars for some reason.
Because he's whiny.
He's fine. I like Leo. He was supposedly really good. What's that movie? J. Edgar, where he plays J. Edgar Hoover. Supposedly super good in that.
But didn't,
Yeah,
like, nobody
absolutely.
see
I don't
that?
think anybody saw it,
I-
but it was supposedly really good.
See, I heard it wasn't a great film, but that he was great in it. You know what I'm so disappointed by? I really wanted to see Hitchcock, but it's been getting terrible reviews over here.
I have
I wanna
friends
see
in,
that
I have
too.
friends in film who are in like really into film who really like it, but
Really? Oh, that's encouraging.
it seems
'Cause
they're
I
the
mean-
only type of people who really liked it.
Well, what I heard was that it was just a very kind of romanticized, not particularly enlightening take on his life. So, I don't know, but I mean, I'm sure it'll be entertaining. I probably will see it.
You know what? Leo DiCaprio is gonna be in this year is The Great Gatsby. So
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah, that's coming out. Who else is going to be
in
in
The
it?
Great Gatsby.
Yeah, because I keep hearing about it. Like, I kept hearing so many things that, like, first it was being made, and they stopped, and it was coming
Yeah.
back. It was...
Tobey Maguire, I think, is gonna be in it, and
Oh, cool. You haven't seen him in a while.
Carey Mulligan.
Yeah.
That's
He's a good actor. I
Carey
like him.
Mulligan, and that's all I can list off the top of my head.
I had a crush on Tobey Maguire when I was younger.
Tobey Maguire's
Aw.
okay.
I did. I just thought he was so
He's
cute.
alright.
He is cute, but honestly, in real life, he's thick as two shits. Like, him and...
Wow, what a nice way to describe it.
Sorry, it's a British... It doesn't mean, by the way, that he's got a big penis. It means that he's stupid.
Really?
I picked up on
Yeah.
that part.
No, he was on a chat show over here with what's the name of the woman that he was in Spider-Man with?
Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst?
Yeah,
Whatever.
she was really, really kind of cold and unpleasant and like not kind of game for a laugh at all. And he was just, he could barely string a sentence together.
Hmm.
Maybe he was drunk.
Oh,
I
possibly.
don't know. I don't hear that he's dumb. I always hear that he's like awkward. So maybe that's
Oh,
it.
yeah,
he
that's
looks.
Oh, sorry, Tobey Maguire.
I don't know. I still thought he was cute.
Oh, he's cute. He is cute.
He's alright. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Actually, the last thing I saw him in was Did anybody see Brothers?
That's the one with
No,
Jake
I-
Gyllenhaal and Natalie
Yeah.
Portman, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It was good, but it was like I think the first time you actually see, well, for me, like Tobey Maguire like really intensely acting because it's like a sad
seen
movie. So
I think I heard of it, but I don't know anyone who saw it. But
it was pretty good. It was just it was sad though, because just like these two brothers both like this girl and it kind of breaks up the family and it's just like drama.
oh,
really sad.
another one I can go ahead and give a congratulations to for their Oscar is Brave, because Brave's gonna probably win the Oscar.
But isn't Paranorman nominated?
Yeah.
I thought that was
I
awesome.
think it is. It's either that one or Frankenweenie. I'm not sure which one.
I tried to watch Paranorman, but I was at a friend's house helping her with something, and it ended up that her 2 sons watched it, where I kind of caught bits and pieces of it.
Oh, it was awesome. I loved it. I completely fell in love with it. I hope that wins, to be honest.
I think it's
I doubt
it's
it.
Wreck-It Ralph, Brave.
I saw Wreck-It Ralph finally last
Oh, really?
Sunday. I
Wreck-It
loved
Ralph
it.
is great.
It's
Rose
awesome.
just
Yeah, we only got it here like a couple of weeks ago.
Rose just bought it today on iTunes, and she's super excited.
It's
Cool.
I loved it. I loved Jack McBrayer and Jane Lynch. They were awesome.
Oh, Frankenweenie and Paranorman are nominated.
Oh, I finally saw
Was it good?
Frankenweenie. It
Yeah.
was good. It was good, but it was kind of like, the short kind of gets the job done. The rest kind of just felt like padding.
Yeah, that's
You're very obviously just padding this out for a full-length movie. There was really no need to put all this extra stuff in it. It was still good, but it was kind of like the short
No,
was
that's sort of what I
better.
suspected. I kind of thought, well, like I kind of got everything I needed to out the short.
I
Like,
love the
yeah.
short,
and
though.
again, I
love
probably
that
will see
short.
it.
Like, that's so
Yeah, I love the short.
I like anything pretty much that Tim Burton does. I'm one of those people that just kind of likes Tim Burton, whatever he
Me
does.
too.
So it's just, I think he's a genius, to be honest.
I think he's a genius as well, but I wish he'd move into like more interesting areas. I guess like I don't know. I just feel like with a lot of his stuff, really, we've just kind of seen it
I
all
just
before.
hope with Frankenweenie he gets back into doing claymation. That would be so.
Wouldn't it
Yeah,
be cool if
that'd
he
be
made a
fun.
movie without Johnny Depp in it?
Well, did
Yeah,
that would
Frankenweenie
blow
even
my
have Johnny
mind.
Depp in it?
Okay,
Have you seen that
alright,
thing on
without
the
her.
internet where it says Tim Burton should do a movie called Johnny Depp, and the twist is Helena Bonham Carter is playing Johnny Depp.
That's a twist.
Oh, I remember that. That was hilarious.
How for anyone who saw Les Mis was Helena Bonham Carter was in Les Mis, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I always
Yes,
forget
she was,
that she was in that.
She was Madame Thénardier. She was great. I mean,
I love her.
I
I
didn't
love
really.
her.
I didn't think she could sing in Sweeney Todd, but I love her as an
think
actress.
she sang great in
and-
Sweeney Todd.
I mean, yeah, it was okay. It was better than Johnny Depp. But I think for both of them, I think for Les Mis and Sweeney Todd, it's not really about the singing.
Well,
and I think
for Johnny,
you know,
it was his first time singing in a movie. Sweeney Todd.
yeah, exactly.
Even
And it's
though,
cool, but it's more about
it's a fun fact, because one of the first movies he actually did was a musical. It was a John Waters movie called Cry Baby.
oh, I haven't even
It's
seen that.
really good, and I really like it. And Iggy Pop is in it, and it's like really fucking weird. It's
I've heard of
really
that.
good.
I've heard of it. But I didn't know it was John
It's typical
Waters.
John Waters. It's such a John Waters movie. But he's in it, and he's singing, but it's not his singing voice. It's somebody else singing for him. Like he's singing over a track of somebody else singing.
Yeah, he's dubbed.
He's basically dubbed, which I didn't know. I was watching the movie. I'm like, well, Sweeney Tom wasn't his first then, and then I looked at the credits. It said who was singing for Johnny Depp, and I'm like, what the hell? That wasn't Johnny singing? Like, and then I go back and watch it, and I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot. That's obviously not Johnny singing.
But no, I'm totally dense about stuff like that. I take everything at face value. I assume everything just kind of is the way it is until I'm told otherwise.
I thought the
I hear
best
ya.
singer
Oh.
in Sweeney Todd was Sacha Baron Cohen, to be honest.
Oh, he's awesome, Sacha Baron
Yeah.
Cohen.
I
I'm very
almost forgot he was
nasty
in that.
treasure.
He had such a short scene.
I know he had such a small part, but like it just
Yeah.
stuck with me. Like I love him to death. Is the Queen biopic that he's doing, is that still gonna happen?
Yeah,
It's
still
still gonna
on.
happen?
Yeah, he's still Freddie Mercury, and it's still gonna be
my God.
badass.
He's making a biopic about the Queen?
No, about
No,
Queen.
about Queen, the band that he's gonna be Freddie Mercury.
Oh my god, seriously?
Isn't that, I think
know,
it's so
right?
perfect because he really does look like Freddie Mercury.
He really
Can he
does.
sing?
It's uncanny.
Sacha Baron Cohen, he can sing very well.
But
Yeah,
like
he's
that's
great.
tricky though, because like, I mean, I'm not the biggest Queen fan in the world, but dear God, Freddie Mercury could sing like an angel. Nobody can
If
top
you listen
that.
to Sacha Baron
That's-
Cohen singing, Sacha Baron Cohen can sing anything, I think. I think he'll do good.
I don't know. I think he's got a perfectly serviceable voice. I mean, he's not sharp, he's not out of key, but I think you're right, Georgia. I mean, Freddie Mercury had an incredible voice, and I mean, I don't know. Like, I would almost rather, if Sacha Baron Cohen can't sing the songs, that they dub it.
Yeah,
With
with
who?
Freddie.
Or with, I
Maybe.
mean, with a singer, with somebody that really, really can sing, like they did with I think it was Marion Cotillard in La Vie en Rose. She was playing Edith Piaf, and they dubbed her. And I actually think, I mean, I think there are some things like Les Mis and like Sweeney Todd that aren't about the singing, but I think if you're making something about a great singer, then that's what it is about.
Who else is going to be in this movie?
I have no idea, actually.
That's all I know about it, that he's going to be playing Freddy, and that it's still apparently going to happen. And I think it's going to be called A Kind of Magic. I think that's what it's going to be called.
Yeah, see, I think he'll nail it. I think he'll nail Freddy's character. I'm pretty fucking excited about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
By the way, on a slightly different tangent, are you guys getting anything about the horse meat scandal over there?
Yeah, I heard about that. It was on the Colbert Report.
Was it really? Oh, God, yeah. No,
it was funny because he introduced the episode. It's just like everything was just not American. Like every topic. It was just
I
like,
do not know what you guys are talking about.
America.
I don't either.
Right, okay. They found horse meat in all the meat in England.
Okay.
Not all of it. It was like some restaurant had like, instead of like burger, like, cows in their burgers, there was like horse meat.
That was an exaggeration used for effect. No, it was Tesco supermarket. They found horse meat in all the beef. And they've just found it in Finder's spaghetti bolognese, which is like a ready meal, so like a microwavable meal, and in a bunch of restaurants and other places. And yeah, so we've all been eating horse for quite some time now.
So how does horse taste, Fran?
It tastes, to be honest, my stance on it is that it's totally the same. And while I don't agree with being lied to, I think the people that are getting up in arms about it are probably the same people that either eat meat or fox hunt. And I kind of think, well, all animals are equal. Just because you think...
that's what I'm thinking. Like, as a vegetarian, I don't get how people can be like, I'm going to eat this cheeseburger, but ew, in other places they eat cat or horse or whatever.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I agree.
Because this one isn't fluffy and cute enough for you doesn't make it any different than eating anything else.
I totally agree with you.
It's just because like some animals are pets and you can't eat pets,
I know. It's the idiocy of Western society.
Isn't there like a scandal right now going on that like something about tuna, like all the tuna here all of it isn't tuna or something?
Or
wow, and I almost bought tuna salad today. Thanks,
but it's
Greer.
Like the only thing I know is that it's not always dolphin friendly. And again, it's like, well, yeah, that's horrible, but tuna's also not tuna friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's another fucking first world problem, It's just, my fish isn't the kind of fish that I want to eat today.
Yeah, frankly, I think the horse meat scandal is hilarious. And I think it's even funnier that people are getting so pissed off about it.
It's like...
I know, it's nuts. Who cares?
Yeah, who the hell cares? I mean, obviously, I think if you care about animals, then it's understandable. But then again, why are you eating any animal? Then?
Yeah. Okay, I found an article about the tuna. Okay, I had to find an article about this tuna. It's 59% of America isn't actually tuna. Saying like it's
people.
Apparently 59% of some ocean protection group got over 1,000 samples of fish and genetically tested them, and of that 1,200 samples of fish, 59% of them were labeled as tuna, but weren't tuna. And then sushi restaurants are far more likely to mislabel their fish than grocery stores or restaurants.
But if it's not tuna, then what is it?
Just other fish?
So then who cares?
Like snapper or some shit. I don't know. Again, it's a first world problem because it's like people in other countries are like,
Yeah,
those
food.
rich fish eating Americans, like the really expensive fish are like really high class shit.
I know, it's like, who gives a shit?
I don't care. Tuna
Yeah, exactly.
still tastes the same to me. And my mom's still gonna make tuna salad and I'm still gonna fucking eat it. So it's fish and it's fish and I like fish, so
Yeah. And I like spaghetti bolognese. Whatever's in it.
If I've been eating
fuck it.
Eating horse meat for 12 years and it's fine to you, you just keep eating it. It's fine.
Yeah. I don't know. It would be different if it was
in a way, maybe it's helped, like...
Then it would be funnier.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know why I felt the need to clarify that. It would be really funny if it was people.
Like I don't want...
There'd be Soylent Green jokes all over the internet.
I don't want to spoil The Walking Dead for anybody, or The Walking Dead game for anybody, but that happens at some point in The Walking Dead. And I remember me and my brother were like, Soylent Green!
Exactly.
It's not a spoiler if I don't tell you when it happens in The Walking Dead game, so.
That's alright. I probably won't play the game for a while, so I may well have forgotten by then.
I need to, gift it to you or something, because you'd love it. I think you would.
I think I would too. I need to properly watch the series, because Andrew Lincoln, has been a national treasure over here for, 10 years, so it's really nice to see him get some, success in America.
I need to watch the show. I want to read the comics, though.
You don't watch
the show.
I don't either. In fact, my boyfriend just got a copy of it from somebody, and he told me he couldn't get through it. He said it was so boring.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I saw a couple of episodes, and I have to admit I wasn't bowled over. I really liked some aspects of it.
I hear that at the beginning it's kind of slow, but it gets better.
Yeah. But it was...
I think I've only watched the first episode.
Yeah, the acting was great.
Pieces of one of the more recent ones at a friend's house, but I was just like, I'm gonna read the comics and not really care about the show. I think I read the first 3 volumes of the little volumes of the book.
I want to read the comics really bad, but as much as I talk about the game, I've never actually seen the show or read the comics, because the game has nothing to do with either of those things, so... Yeah, you don't have to know anything about the show or the comic to play the Walking Dead game.
They just kind of slapped The Walking Dead on it so people would buy it.
It's in the same universe, because there are, some things that connect to the show and the comics. There are actually 2 characters in there who actually end up being in the comic book at some point. So, there are a lot of things that connect them to that same universe. Maybe in the season 2 of the game, it'll connect more with those 2 things, but I really don't know. I think they're concentrating on kind of putting it as a singular thing, so it'll be accessible to more people.
I don't know.
So it can be...
That's why I didn't have that much interest in the game, because I had only read, X amount of comics, and I hadn't really watched the show.
Even if you haven't seen the show or read it, even if you know nothing about The Walking Dead, just still play the game, because it is...
I'd like to play the game. As someone that's finally started to get into gaming...
There's not a whole lot of video game stuff to do. It's mainly an adventure game. So there's a lot of point and click.
That's perfect.
It's really point and click.
Yeah, that is my bread and butter. That's ideal.
I think you would like it. Probably out of all 3 of you, you would probably like it the most, to be honest. Yeah.
I think I would, because it's simple, like me.
Fran, you said.
By the way, on a totally unrelated tangent, I think I've done about 10 of these. I was going to teach you guys some football chants, some UK football chants.
Okay.
Just because I can imagine. Just because I can imagine.
No. Are we talking about American football or soccer?
We're talking about football where you kick something with your foot, as opposed to football where you throw something with your hands. Yeah,
the proper football with the feet and whatnot.
Proper
it makes so...
It
why
does make
is
sense.
We're
I don't
the
know why
only
it's called
country,
that
I think,
either.
that calls it soccer and not football.
Because we're
Yeah.
America. We don't give a fuck.
Are we really the only country that calls it soccer and not football like the rest of the world?
Fuck yeah.
I don't know
I don't
why
know.
we can't
I
call
think
all
so.
our.
Because we have to be dumb.
I don't know why
Yeah.
American football is even different from all the other countries' rugby or whatever. I don't know how it's different from rugby.
No, it is different from. I think you guys.
Is it
I
rugby
think
more
you
violent?
wear. Yeah, exactly. I think you wear a helmet and everything in and like padding in American football, whereas I don't think you do in rugby. Rugby's brutal. Like if you look at Gareth Thomas, like he's a rugby player, he hasn't got any of
Oh
his
my
teeth.
Ouch.
I remember I knew
No,
some kids
no.
in high school who played for a local, like a really small local rugby team, and they would just come to school like bruises on their knees and shit, and I'm like, oh my god, Jesus Christ.
Beaten up.
Wow.
But in football, if you like punch someone, like if you elbow somebody in the face, it's like you're out of the game. But in like rugby, it's just like you punch someone in the knee and it's fine.
Yeah, there are no rules. I mean, I think a lot of rugby fans think that football, like as in soccer, I think they think that it's a bit of a mugs game because, like, there's loads of sort of diving and kind of, particularly the really, really well paid players in the Premiership, like, are kind of wusses. But like
David
local-
Beckham.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
David Beckham is a
God,
beautiful
David-
man.
I
You
keep
shut
getting
up.
so. No, it's not. Listen, I have nothing against the guy. I mean, yeah, he's gorgeous, and of course I'd do him, but it's just I realize people keep talking about him, and they mention that he's actually not even a good soccer player. Like, in fact, they keep him on the bench most of the time, and he's never actually won anything.
Because he's an
You sit there
international
and look
treasure.
pretty.
He's probably insured for like $2.5 billion or some shit.
But then he's like, yeah, he's insured, but then he doesn't do anything. So what's the point?
He is a good football player, but he's past his prime,
Yeah, isn't
and
he's like
I
super
think
old for a football player.
yeah, he's more
There's
of
an
a
age
gimmick
requirement.
than anything else.
I mean, you
yeah.
have to be like young and spry, I guess, to play, and he's kind of a little past the average age that a star.
Yeah. Back in
should
his
be.
day, he was great. He was very skilled. But I wanted
That's
to.
not what I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably nowadays he's not. Yeah, he's not what he was. And I mean, I think once you get to that level as well, like you just get used to being.
I think he
pampered.
should just stop playing sports and be a full-time model.
Yeah, I
and
think
he
you're
and Victoria Beckham will
Because that's
rule
actually
the world
what
fast.
he's best at, and I would be on board
already
that
do.
train in 2 minutes,
That could totally work. She would, she would make the clothes and he would be the model, and I could totally see that happening.
And we'd never have to hear her sing
Oh,
again.
excuse you.
Hey,
Excuse you. Spice Girls.
love the Spice Girls, and I don't know why.
No, I love Spice Girls. Did you see Spice World when you were kids?
Yes, I didn't understand
I
it at
never
all,
saw
but I
the
liked
movie,
it.
but I was really into that.
Yeah,
I
you would-
totally saw it.
I saw it when it first
The
came
movie was
out.
horrible. It was. It was fun though.
It was wonderfully horrible.
But it was fun.
Well, yeah, exactly. I loved it, and I love the Spice Girls. But now that I don't know everything she's done since then, like I think the Spice Girls, dare I say it, were blessed with good writers,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like melody writers. Like they were very
Yeah.
catchy. Whereas
No, you're
nothing.
right.
Yeah, I can't hum a Victoria Beckham
Beckham
song.
always seems like just very like I don't know. She seems like a diva, like a super diva.
Well, that's because she was posh
Yeah,
Spice.
but not in like almost kind of not in a good kind of diva way. Like you can have like good kind of diva ways, like Donna Summer or something. But then you have like bad kind of divas, like almost like Victoria Beckham.
I guess.
Yeah,
well,
no, I
and
do-
it's
I
also. I'm sorry. It's also because like she doesn't smile
Yeah, I
that
know.
much. That's probably why she gets the impression. But she says like someone asked her about that, and she said that like it's not that I'm grumpy. I just don't. I don't know. I've never really thought of
I don't
smiling.
really
I
think
guess.
about it.
Yeah, see, I can understand that, but I suppose, yeah, I kind of think with like, divas, like, they should have talent to, if they're going to behave like arseholes, they should have talent to back it up with.
Ooh.
Damn.
Dun dun dun.
Oh no, she
Awkward.
didn't.
God, everything I say is making me sound like a horrible person.
What? No, it isn't.
You have that
What are you
accent,
talking about?
so it's okay.
That's true.
You're
Makes
better.
everything
Stop
fake
beating
charming.
yourself up, man.
I have the accent traditionally associated with
Yeah.
villains.
Mwahaha.
I remember when the Spice.
She's
Yeah.
trash talking.
I remember when the Spice Girls did the Olympics, and I cried. Like, I was so excited. That was the best.
Oh.
That made it like the best Olympics I'd ever watched in my life. I was like, oh.
I think I stopped caring about the Spice Girls around the time I hit puberty.
They're still love. I hope they do like a reunion tour or some shit. Like, but I think they would have announced it by now.
No, they did. They did one a few years ago. It's really funny, and
Yeah,
they had a vote. They had a vote on their Facebook page about where to play their like big stadium gig, and because nobody gave a shit, apparently everyone voted for Iran.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, really? That's horrible.
Maybe a lot of people in Iran like the Spice Girls. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it seemed like it might have been a piss
Yeah.
take.
That was so
I was
mean.
like that time when
They're
God, what
such
was that
bastards.
story about? Like someone had won this contest or something to send Pitbull, you know, the rapper Pitbull, to somewhere to do a concert, and the contest winner picked Antarctica.
There you go.
Don't know. I never followed up on that.
Yo, what's up,
I never followed up on that
penguins?
story, but it was so funny at that. I didn't want to know the end of it. Like, I kind of wanted to leave it at that and make up my own ending of what happened.
Do you know what though? Like, I have to say, like, as funny as all that trolling is, like, I was so proud of Brent when he got back at that troll guy,
Brent,
like,
yeah.
with
Oh,
the
yeah.
eBay auction.
Wait,
That
Brent?
was-
What?
Rental floss?
Brental Floss, that was
Oh, what
genius.
happened?
He basically, like, him and his girlfriend were trying to raise money to move in together. So he did an eBay auction of a bunch of stuff, and he thought it'd be cool to try auctioning a conversation with him, a half-an-hour conversation on the phone with him. Just because, like, it wasn't even a kind of ego trip. He just thought it might be cool for a fan that, like, was, you know, a bit sort of far out and might not get the opportunity to meet him. And anyway, like, the bids sort of went up really, really high, until, like, eventually one guy, I think he bidded about, like, 800 quid, won.
Wow.
So he like emailed the guy and was like, oh, hey, you know, I can't wait for our call, you know, but obviously I need the money so that can happen. Can you tell me when I can expect it? And the guy emailed back never. So he got like royally fucking trolled. And apparently all of the other bidders were trolling as well. Like none of them wanted the call. So obviously he felt like a giant dick. So then Brent looked up the guy's Facebook page, and he had a My Little Pony Facebook picture. So he got his girlfriend to call this guy and tell him that he had won a trip to LA to listen to a recording of My Little Pony, Dinner with Tara Strong, and he was allowed to bring 5 friends with him. And then Brent, pretending to be like a customer resources guy, took the phone and was like, yeah, it feels good, doesn't it? It feels good thinking you've won something, and you know, that's how it feels when someone bids on your eBay auction and then doesn't pay. It's fucking amazing.
Well, it's fucking weird. Like, he paid all that money and then it's just, like, to rub it in your face. It's like,
No, he didn't
what?
actually pay any money. That's the.
He bid on it and then refused to pay. He said, I think I went up to $700 and something, and he said everybody who bid above like $700 wasn't
Trolling.
actually interested in it, which is, you know, really stupid.
Seems like a 4chan or Reddit plot.
Fucking 4chan, man.
Wait, what's 4chan?
Oh no.
The place where the worst people on the internet go.
Bad people?
Horrible people.
So I'm going to teach you one for
Oh yeah, we
4chan.
were gonna do that, weren't we?
Well, it's just because I think to non-Americans they probably sound non-Brits rather they probably sound really weird. So there's the referee's a wanker.
Oh my god.
Which is traditionally sung to the referee. So that's the referee's a wanker. The referee's a wanker. And then there's Who Ate All the Pies?
Why?
Which is traditionally sung to the goalie. Like if the keeper's fat, basically you sing it to the keeper. So it's Who Ate All the Pies? Who ate all the pies? You fat bastard! You fat bastard!
Damn.
You ate all the pies. And then there's You're shit, and you know you are. You're shit, and you know you
Why
are.
are you guys so awful?
We're just horrible people. We're horrible, unattractive, bitter people. Just watch our Big Brother.
Oh yeah, I've seen a little bit of that. It's really awful.
God fucking damn it.
I know there's like I think for the Alabama Crimson Tide, this is the only one I know because my dad likes Alabama. But I think their chant is like Roll Tide or some shit like that. So that's the only one I really know.
Wait, there's a team called the Crimson Tide. That's a name I used to use for my period.
Oh my god.
I'm like, that's not a good name for a team
University
at
of
all.
Alabama.
Yeah.
I actually never thought of that.
But that chant, though, that's just like, that's just nice. That's singing about how much you like your team. Like, where's the hate?
Yeah, I know.
Where's the vitriol?
I don't know if there are really any like really hateful one that I know off the top of my head. Roll Tide is pretty popular, so it's like I don't know, but
Crimson Tide.
No, like I had never thought of that before, but that's the team. That's what it's called, the University of Alabama team.
So who can think of any other period-related names for football teams?
The tampons.
Just the tampons.
Just make it blatant.
Yep.
No, it's got to be like the Minneapolis tampons or the Westboro Baptist tampons.
The Tampa tampons. Tampons.
I like that one. Tampa tampons.
Why are you guys such awful people?
Well, because I think over there, as in the US, you're told, you can do anything. You can be president if you want to. And over here, we're told, no, it won't happen to you. You'll work in a factory.
Well, yeah, if you guys like had,
no, go and take
because no one over there is going to be in the fucking like Queen's house because they weren't born into the family.
But there's like prime minister
unless Prince
or
Harry comes up to you and say, "Hey, I want to shag you. Let's marry each other," and then you live in the Queen's house, if that's what it's called. What's it called?
Buckingham Palace.
In the Queen's house.
That's what it's
I feel really
titled.
dumb. I couldn't think of what it was called, so it's just like the Queen's house.
Well,
it's true. The Queen lives there, so it's like whatever.
Yeah, it's her house.
It's her house.
Big time. But we're not told that we're going to be successful.
Yeah.
We're told from a very, very early age that we're not going to be successful. We're told from a very early age that we're not going to be attractive. We're told from a very... It's just the way it is over here.
Jeez, that's so
you guys
harsh.
have attractive British people.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, obviously it's a massive generalization, but in general, we're just much more cynical over here. We're much more happy to knock people down if they get too successful. Yeah. We don't like success over here. We don't trust it.
Didn't you say that's why a lot of people don't like Ricky Gervais over there?
Yeah, exactly. Because he's a success.
I assumed that people liked him over there, but apparently not.
No, because he's a success, and we don't like that. We think he's got too big for his boots. We want to knock him down. We want to bring him back down to our level.
That's kind of messed up.
It is. I mean, it's. I think we like a loser over here. We're a lot more sort of willing to invest in a loser than a winner over here. I think that's the thing.
That kind of happens over here too. It's like reality TV and shit like that. I mean,
I think with America, we tend to supposedly embrace the loser, but then we just kind of want to make fun of
Oh, yeah, I agree with that.
them.
You seem to genuinely celebrate success over there.
Yeah.
Which is a really nice quality.
We do, but then the minute they mess up, we're all over
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little bit of both.
Yeah, see, we don't even wait until
But
they
then
mess
it's like
up.
people like losers ironically, like, hey, let's give that William Hung guy a record deal, you know? Stuff like
Yep.
that.
Wow, I haven't heard that name in a while.
I know,
William
right?
Hung. That's a
That's the
great
thing,
name.
As far as saying that the English are like, oh, you'll never be attractive. I think the reverse of America is more like, you can be attractive, but here is the person that you need to look like. Granted, we photoshopped her and completely
Yeah,
changed.
You
really
can be
look
attractive
I think-
for the right price.
able to attain that. You're just expected to.
I think there are pros and cons to, like, every culture.
Yeah.
There are pros and cons. I mean, I think we could stand to be a little bit more positive over here.
So why
Yeah,
is it that
probably.
you guys have, like, a lower crime rate than we do?
Because we don't have guns.
Well, that
Controversial.
Big
makes sense.
silence.
It's like, I can't think of anything to say after
Like,
that.
yeah, that does make
You
sense,
win this
actually.
Yeah, it does. You
Yeah,
win
it's
this
Like,
round.
you think
Hell,
more
logic.
cynical people would be, like, more apt to be, like, violent, but
They're probably just like, yeah,
It's
fuck
not
it, it's
worth
not worth it.
You're too
Yeah,
cynical
it's not
for
worth
violence.
it. Exactly.
we just don't talk to each
Yeah.
other. We'd rather not. We assume that other people are going to be boring and
Yeah,
irritating.
I saw a thing online that I think it said something along the lines of, no one was shot in America today, said no one ever.
Oh, God.
Like, it's funny, but
I think the Onion wrote an article, like, a couple weeks after Aurora happened, that it said, America celebrates 1 week without mass shooting.
God.
Wow.
And I'm like, it's true.
That makes me so sad. But we have other stuff here. We have a fucking horrible bastard government, whereas you've got Barack Obama.
Well, ours wasn't so, sunshine and rainbows for a
But we
while.
also have the Republicans in the House and Congress going, no, we're not going to do anything because you won't let us ban abortion and the gay sex.
Yeah. What she said.
I love the way you say his name, by the way. Barack.
Whose name?
Barack
Barack
Obama.
I'm pronouncing it correctly.
It's
Barack
Barack, but it
Obama.
doesn't matter.
Pretty sure he doesn't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah,
Sorry, Mr. President, if we offend you.
he's
He
got bigger
totally
fish to fry.
listens.
I can't imagine.
He totally listens to this.
Totally.
Totally. He loves those girls with
Yeah.
the podcast.
Next week he'll make it a mandate that that the people have to
Sweet.
listen.
Fucking heads off.
I think a video just came out of Michelle Obama was on Jimmy Fallon last night, and she did this skit with Jimmy Fallon, and it's called something like The Evolution of Mom Dancing, and it's really funny. It's her and Jimmy Fallon in drag, and it's really funny. I think it's going
Yeah, I
viral at this moment, so you'll probably see it on the YouTube homepage sometime this
Yeah,
afternoon.
probably.
Yeah, it took me a while to warm to Jimmy Fallon, but I quite
Yeah,
like him
he's cool.
now.
I always liked him on SNL, so
I
I
like
had a
him.
crush on him when he was starting to get really popular on SNL, and then I kind of stopped caring.
I have a crush on Jimmy Kimmel.
that's weird.
Really?
That's a little weird.
Yeah, I think he's cute. What can I say? Low standards.
I have a little bit of a crush on Conan, I think. Conan.
I have a crush on Conan. Conan has got such a... He looks like a fetus.
Said no one ever will like Conan.
I love Conan.
No, Leonardo DiCaprio looks like a fetus, but that's what my mom would say.
One of the reasons I like him is because he's, like, super tall. He's, like, I swear to God, like, him, I think Stephen Merchant was on Conan's show one time, and they're, like, two
Oh,
of the
yeah, and they
tallest
had, like,
people
an
in the world. I
insect
swear to
thing.
God.
Yeah,
Uh,
they're both
It's
incredibly
like, get
tall.
him, Stephen Merchant and Shaquille O'Neal in the same room, and it's like, what the fuck?
I'm sorry, who's Stephen Merchant?
He's a comedian. He's a British comedian that Greer is awesome for liking and that everyone should like.
Georgia, did you play Portal 2? Oh, okay.
No.
Never mind then.
Yeah, he was.
Did you finish Portal 2?
Yeah, I finished it ages ago and it was fucking amazing. Yay, indeed. I want to play it again, and I probably will.
Should. God, do you have it like a? Did you download it from the internet? Like, do you have?
No, I got them for Christmas. I got Portal 1 and Portal 2 for Christmas.
Copies? Physical copies?
Yeah, physical copies. I didn't even know you could download them.
Yeah, on Steam. But I don't know.
You can download anything.
I don't know if you can still do online multiplayer from physical copies. I'm not sure. But we should do online co-op. We should do the co-op campaign sometime.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
I'd love that. I want to play Half-Life next because that came with my Portal DVD. My Portal thing, CD disc.
Did you get the orange box?
Yes.
Yeah. Half-Life? I think it comes with Half-Life 2. So.
Half-Life 2. So I've got to play Half-Life 1
You don't
first,
have
I presume.
to.
Do I not?
It's not required. I mean, you could if you wanted to. Half-Life is a pretty good game, so, I mean, I would recommend you play Half-Life first, because it's a pretty good game.
I want to play Dead Island, because Dead Island had an incredible trailer.
I hear it wasn't that good, actually, but, yeah,
really?
It wasn't.
I
heard it wasn't as good as the trailer made it out to be. Yeah, I've seen the trailer. It's really amazing, but, I mean, I heard it was, like, mediocre. I mean, I heard it was, like, not awful, but, like, not very amazing, you know?
You know what I've been playing so much of recently? Fix It Felix.
Aww.
I love those games.
Honestly,
my friend cosplayed as him.
Oh,
Sorry?
yeah.
My friend.
Happened.
Yeah.
Cosplayed as him.
Yeah, a friend of mine did for MagFest. I didn't get to see it, but he posted up pictures, and it was really cute.
Cool.
You know what would be really cute, Georgia? If you cosplayed as Sergeant Calhoun and your boyfriend cosplayed as Fix It Felix.
Thanks.
That would be so cute.
I never saw it.
No, well they get together at the end. Me and an ex-boyfriend were gonna cosplay as Ash and Misty once, but then I didn't go, so he was just on his own as Ash, which I feel kind of shit about.
Well, actually, my boyfriend and I do have a cosplay planned. Do
you? What is it? Or is it?
We're gonna be going to a horror convention next month, and you ever heard the movies Rob Zombie did before Halloween? House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, we want to cosplay as two of the. We might get another guy to join us, like a friend of his, to be Otis and Baby.
Nice.
So yeah, and we might get our friend to be Captain Spaulding. So
that's awesome. I really want to see House of a Thousand Corpses.
I didn't like it.
Did you not?
I haven't seen
I like big dumb schlocky horror as much as
I liked it. It was fun.
It's like I was really, really excited to see his remake of Halloween, and then I saw it and I left pissed.
So did every fan of Halloween was mortified.
I tried to watch House of a Thousand Corpses, and I got through most of it, but I was just like, no.
I mean,
he's like an acquired taste, I think.
Yeah, I can imagine I'd enjoy that, but I don't see the value in remaking Halloween. It's perfect.
I mean, there's no point in remaking any of those, really.
No, I quite
my husband forced me to watch the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, and I am big into Nightmare on Elm Street, and I'm like, no, I'm not watching this. It's gonna be shit. And I finally watched it with him, and we just finished watching. I was like, I fucking told you so.
Nightmare on Elm Street is my favorite slasher movie, actually.
It's one of my.
I loved Faylish's review of it. Was hilarious.
I haven't seen Faylish's review of it.
He pretty much refers. He doesn't call him like Freddy Krueger. He just what does he call him? Teddy, brother of the Freddy.
Oh yeah, because he did the remake. Yeah, the remake is awful. Yeah. Even though I love Jackie Earle Haley, but
I know.
Yeah, I've heard he was good. I think had it been a better film,
Yeah, but I remember seeing the trailers for it, and I realized he was good. But then I listened again, and I'm like, oh my god, he's doing his Rorschach voice again.
Basically.
Oh, my favourite horror remake, just in terms of sheer hilarity, is The Wicker Man with Nick Cage.
Oh my god. That's like pain. That's painful. That is
Step
funny.
away
That's
from
the only thing I can think of when I think of The Wicker Man with Nick Cage. The bees!
That movie.
Not the
oh
bees!
My god.
Ah!
Have you actually watched the entire thing? It's not easy.
No, it's not. But
Oh, Fran,
There are
My
moments-
friends and I had to fast forward. It was so boring.
Fran, we can do
Yes.
multiplayer
Yes.
on Portal 2.
yeah,
as soon
boy,
as I download Portal 2 again. Yeah.
Eee.
that's
Yeah,
good
I have
news.
to download it again because my brother uninstalled it, but so I have to install it
No,
again.
that's good news. We need to do that very
Yeah.
soon. Have any of you guys actually seen the original Wicker Man?
No, my
Yes.
mom has.
Actually, I have a copy of it somewhere. So.
It's my favourite movie, and
So
normally
good.
a bad remake would infuriate me, but God bless the Wicker Man remake, and God bless
God bless
Nick Cage.
Cage.
the only movie in history where you would see a man in a bear suit punch a lady in the face.
I know, right?
It's the only movie in history where the protagonist punches more than one woman, and yet he is not the villain.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know why I'm clarifying it with more than one woman, any woman. But
I know, he punches like at least 3 of them in the face.
Oh,
Like at least OBS he like throws against a wall and like knocks her out.
it's so the bit where he's walking down the stairs, and you kind of know what's gonna happen, and then he
It's just like smiling at him.
I wish that could be my screensaver ringtone T-shirt.
Everything.
My everything.
I wish it could be my everything.
I gotta show you this funny video. Actually, I'll send it to you in a minute. Someone took the scene, where he's in the bear suit and he punches the lady. They put it in slow motion and they put in the music from was it Chariots of Fire? I have it
I just
somewhere. I gotta
imagine
look it
that
up.
in my
It's
head. I
so-
don't even need a video. I'm having fun just imagining that in my head.
Oh, you're no fun.
Oh,
Can't
it's
find
so
it anywhere.
good.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I love Nick Cage, and can I just say, he can act when given the opportunity
He's good
to
in-
act.
Yeah, but that's not often.
I actually like National Treasure in a non-ironic way. Like, I think it's a good movie.
I haven't seen it.
It's
It's one of those movies that I slightly unfairly assume is going to be bad.
I
and
like
write
National
off.
Treasure a lot. Like, really good movie.
I'll see it. I mean, if nothing
He
else.
steals
but
the
for Nick
Declaration of
Cage.
Independence. What's not great about any of that?
What? No way.
Nick Cage steals the
He steals
Declaration
the
of Independence.
That's
You
fucking
didn't know that?
hilarious.
About that's like the first thing everybody knows about National Treasure. National Treasure, fact number 1,
that
we're gonna
National
steal the
Treasure?
Declaration of Independence.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
it's pretty great.
That's so funny.
I don't know if that's how you
That's-
could actually steal the Declaration of Independence, but
I'm gonna say probably not.
All right, well, if you're talking Nick Cage movies, then there's one that none of you have mentioned, and you should. Vampire's Kiss.
I haven't seen it. I've never actually. I don't think I've ever heard of it.
My fucking god. It's not even a movie if you really look at it. If you really look at it, it's like part movie, part Nick Cage just going batshit for an hour.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not even kidding, I swear. The whole thing's on YouTube. You can just watch it right now. It's nuts. Totally
another
watch
movie
it.
Nick Cage is actually good in is Kick-Ass. He's really good in Kick-Ass.
Okay.
Except he kind of sounds like William Shatner.
Yeah,
at some
but
points.
I mean, I think he's doing it in an ironic way, but I mean, I love Kick-Ass, but he was...
I love Kick. Can I just say, I thought Kick-Ass wiped the fucking floor with Scott Pilgrim.
I like them both, to be honest. I like them both really...
I didn't like.
I didn't
Scott
see
Pilgrim.
Pilgrim. I don't know. Scott Pilgrim annoyed me. I saw some of it, so I'm going with
yeah,
I
Kick-Ass.
thought Scott Pilgrim was
I
alright,
thought
but the character of
he
Scott
did.
Pilgrim annoys me. I'm like,
He's
an
a dick though.
idiot.
He's a
Asshole.
dick. He's
Has
like got
no
this girl who
sympathy
likes him, and then he goes after
whatsoever.
someone else.
Yeah.
He's an idiot, and everyone in it was an idiot, and I didn't care about anything.
I mean, that's
You're
the
all
way it's
idiots, but I
supposed
still
to
love
be.
you.
I mean, it's not supposed to be like some hero, perfect guy or whatever.
No, I know, but I didn't.
It
I
shows
didn't
that
warm to
all
him.
guys can be a dick.
Are idiots.
See, not all guys are like
Yeah.
nice guys. Most guys are dicks.
You know, we kind of started
I don't
right
know
back
about
where we
that.
started, if you think about it. Right before we recorded, ladies, and we're just like, what should we say about boys? They're
Smell,
stupid.
Yeah.
They're
They smell.
dicks and they
No, that
smell
was
funny.
teenage boys. I was being very specific. Teenage
Oh,
boys.
sorry.
No, you're right though. You're right. It's still a massive generalization. But
Now
they
we've
do
gone
stink.
full circle today.
Like, you know, I don't know why people compare Kick-Ass and Scott Pilgrim so much, to be honest.
I've never heard that comparison
Did they come
before.
around at about the same time?
Yeah, but I mean, no,
They
you're
did?
totally right, Gray.
I
That
think
is
they came
it.
out about the same time. I don't know. I didn't watch either of them until they were
I mean,
on
they're
DVD.
both comic book movies, Gray, but you're right. It's pretty obtuse. They're
You
two
should read
entirely
the
different.
books. I read the books before I saw the movie, and I thought it was really good. So
I will.
The
read
books are
I
really
will,
good.
and
I
maybe
think
that.
I've read 1 and 2. I know my
I
husband has
can't
1,
wait for the
2, 3.
Kick-Ass
oh yeah,
sequel.
that's still happening. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm
Is Nick
really
Cage gonna be
excited
in it?
about it.
I
I
think
doubt it.
something-
He's
all the
dead.
original-
Oh yeah,
That-
his character.
He
Yeah.
comes back as a crazy
Yeah.
ghost.
Oh, did
Does
he
he-
die, Nick Cage?
No, his character in
What?
Kick-Ass.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Did his character in
Well,
Kick-Ass
yes.
die? I haven't seen it in about
Oh, yeah.
2 years. All right, awesome. Another Nick Cage
Because
film.
he's like screaming at the top of his lungs. Just,
Yeah, that was a good scene. I love.
Usual Nick Cage
I
craziness.
think Kick-Ass was a better. I don't know. I think Kick-Ass could be a better drama than Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim was made as a comedy. It is a comedy. It's a satire.
Yeah, that's true.
And then
that's true.
Kick-Ass actually
you know, it
Kick-Ass
was a bit
actually
close.
has some dramatic moments in it, like legit dramatic moments.
Do you know what's cool about Kick-Ass as well? It came from a British graphic novel. The screenplay is by British writers. The lead in it's British. Like it was like a passion project that wouldn't get made over here, so they took it to the US, which I think is
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Awesome. I heard
That
the
is
second
awesome.
one's being filmed a lot in Canada, I think.
Yeah.
Canada.
Now it's like international. It's gone from England to America to Canada.
It's like Hands Across America,
Yeah, with a
Yeah,
movie.
not America.
I can support that.
Yeah, I can go for that.
Hands
What is
across
Hands Across America,
Kick-Ass.
by the way? What was that supposed to
Well, it was.
represent?
What?
Hands Across America. What was that?
Wasn't that like a peace thing? Right? I don't know. I wasn't born yet. I just
No,
saw
me
it and I love the 80s.
I love the 80s.
Anyway,
Yeah, that was a conversation
Yeah.
stopper. If ever.
Well, I liked that series too. I did. I thought it actually taught me
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, there have been millions of them over here, and like top 100 children's TV programs, top 100 cartoons, top 100.
I would
comic
totally
books.
watch those. I love lists. I'm
I
weird
do
like
too.
that.
I'm weird like
Yeah.
that. I just like.
Tell me about it. Right, if
Awesome.
if you want like 3 hours of cartoons and people talking about cartoons tonight, then look up top 100 cartoons channel 4 on
Uh-huh.
YouTube, and that will be your night.
Well, oh my god! Last week I told them about the Magic Roundabout.
Oh fuck! Have you watched it yet?
No, I haven't, but I told them about it, and they're like, "What the hell?" Because I was talking about how like that one guy wanted to be a bus or whatever, and like it was really fucked up.
Oh yeah, that crazy show
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Stop
I
it!
just found that. I just found that link you mentioned.
It will melt your.
It did melt my brain. Like I was like, "What?"
Yeah, it will melt your
I
brain.
But you
no idea
lived.
what you're talking about.
It's I mean honestly, like I don't even think about it now because it's just it is what it is, and it's kind of a British institution, but it is
Yeah.
mad, the Magic Roundabout.
It's like when
That's-
the thing about the Magic Roundabout. Okay, when I was at MagFest, I got Filmbrain to make a video for her, and Filmbrain mentioned something about Magic Roundabout, and I had no fucking clue what the fuck he was talking about, and I'm like, okay. And then I take it back to Fran. I get home, I upload it, give it to Fran, and she's like, oh, Magic Roundabout. And I'm like, what the fuck is he even talking about? And she sent me a clip of the show, and I'm like, Just silence. Like, I didn't even know.
My brain.
But do you know what? That is how I felt when I saw Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yo Gabba Gabba's pretty cool.
Well, that's mind-numbing in any
Yo
way.
Gabba Gabba's pretty cool, let's be
It's-
honest.
Oh god. Right. What is that show with the puppets and the humans, and there's Robbie Rotten and there's Sporticus.
Oh, fucking, Lazy Town?
Lazy Town?
Lazy
That's
Town.
fucked up.
Lazy Town is
You
insane.
are a pirate. That's all I know from Lazy Town to me.
They got the two kind of hot guys running around in spandex, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, that's true.
What?
I had to take one of my clients to see it
Oh my
live.
god.
That sounds kind of fun.
It actually was kind of fun. My job's awesome.
The only thing that's like that I can think of that's like really fucking super weird when you look back at it was Teletubbies. Teletubbies
Oh,
was
yeah.
fucking
Yes.
weird as shit.
It didn't
I
even
think one
have
of
a
my friends
story.
told me that Teletubbies
Baby
got
in the
banned
sun.
from like
What the
Australia
Really?
or something.
There was no story. There was
It
nothing.
was literally nothing.
It's British
It
Teletubbies.
was it? Was it British?
Yeah.
What?
That explains
British.
everything.
Does?
I can't believe you guys didn't know that
I
it was
think
British.
the narrator.
I probably
I
knew
knew
at
the
time.
narrator. I think had an English accent, but I didn't make the connection.
I saw this thing on. Oh,
Oh, what were you gonna say, Georgia?
just that. I saw this thing on Facebook a while back. They had like a picture of the baby who was the son and like how she looks now.
Oh yeah,
You know, and they were just like, you feel old yet? You know, one of
Yeah.
those things.
is she hot?
I don't think so. I don't know. She looked okay.
Yeah, maybe she's too young for me to be ruminating on that.
Fran, God damn it.
For God's sakes, Fran.
Teletubbies had like no
Dirty
story, but I
bitch.
loved it when I was a kid. I was like obsessed with that show. Like
I
didn't even know why.
It sort
I was
of came
like,
out when I was a
I don't even know
teenager.
if I'm watching.
It's the epitome of like, you know how they say like kids shows are stupid and they like work, they'll melt your brain. That's like the
Yeah.
epitome of that because there was no story. They were the only characters and all
Well,
they did
it's
was just
not-
like
it's not
bounce around and
stupid,
giggle.
It's almost brilliant that there's no story because little kids can't handle like an actual storyline. Like
Yeah, that's
real-
true.
Like,
It's
They had to do
turtles-
something.
I think my friend told me that it got banned in like Australia or something because they don't use actual words, so it was actually doing more harm for the kids than it was
But
good
was
because
it-
instead
was
of
it
learning
harming? I don't
words,
know.
they're just going around making weird noises.
True.
But I know
That's
loads of
stupid.
kids that grew up with the Teletubbies, and it didn't do them any harm. I mean, I think, kids make weird noises anyway, and then they learn how to
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
properly with their
I think the main
parents
thing
and-
about Teletubbies was like, oh, let's teach you to share and stuff, you know.
My
You
favorite
remember?
thing about-
Oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, apparently, like, Tinky Winky was really controversial
He
in
was-
some
I
places.
know. That's what I was just gonna say. You remember that? That was
That was so
stupid.
dumb. Like,
Yeah, but he had a handbag, and people thought he was gay because he was
I'm
purple
like, he's a
as well.
purple thing. He's not gay. He's a purple thing.
Well, even if he is, it's like who
I
gives
know.
a shit?
It's like when
I don't know
people
whether they're
were
male or
like, it's like
female.
when people were throwing a big fit about SpongeBob might be gay, and I'm like, SpongeBob is a sponge.
Everybody on SpongeBob is gay. It's
Yeah.
Squidward.
Oh, Squidward is so fucking gay.
Oh,
But I love Squidward.
Squidward's just gay for SpongeBob, and he hides it. That's
He's
why he goes
so
crazy all the time.
tsundere. It's really cute.
It's what?
It's like it's an anime yaoi thing, but whatever.
Oh, right.
Oh my.
It's one of those
I
characters.
think if you're
it's one
thinking
of
about the
those-
sexual lives of characters on children's shows, then you might be the one
Oh,
with
yeah.
the issue.
No,
Oh,
it was
God,
those
no,
parents that were giving it
No
even giving a
comment.
shit about it. They're like, SpongeBob and Patrick are gay, and I'm like, they're fucking sea creatures. They are sea
But you know
Sponge is
organisms.
reproduced by budding, so he's asexual
Yeah.
technically.
I used to ship Pinky in the Brain.
Wait, what did you say?
Said I used to ship Pinky
Oh.
and the Brain.
Yeah, why?
Why?
That is a good question.
Because
they're kind of
maybe I didn't want to see two cartoon mice having sex.
A lot of people
But-
do. You it more than
Oh,
you
internet.
think, but less than you hope.
Furries.
I was explaining to my mother how on the internet you could find porn for anything, and that I had seen a picture of Thundercats
Oh, yeah.
porn.
Rule 34.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like when I went to see The Hobbit with my family, and I was like, forgetting who I was talking to. I was like, oh yeah, I can't wait to see all the Thorin and Bilbo fan fiction. and my parents were like, "No, what do you?"
It's not me, Mom. It's the internet. It's twisted my brain.
I hate how anytime there's a curse to Tumblr, I think, and it's that it's a blessing and a curse that Tumblr will just like allow pictures.
The curse of
Tumblr will allow pictures of anything. Like you can post porn on Tumblr. Like people go to Tumblr for porn sometimes, and you know what?
Absolutely.
Really, it's a blessing and a curse because it's a blessing if you like porn, but it's a curse in that when I want to look up pictures of my favorite pony. Out of the
you
blue,
don't have to say anymore.
out of the blue, I will get pony porn. Just
pony porn is
out of the blue.
I find that disturbing.
It's like
I mean My Little Pony is where I draw the line.
You know, it's funny you say that. I didn't think anybody would draw a line, but I remember like this one picture. I guess it was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle porn because I don't know because it was just two of them making out, and then at the bottom it said Rule 34. Oh no, this is too much. I'm just like, really? No, that's not too much. There's a lot more crazy shit you can handle.
I've seen Lion King porn before.
I've seen Beauty and the Beast porn.
Accident. It just showed up on my Tumblr page.
Wait, hang on. Beauty and the Beast porn, that would be Cogsworth and Lumiere, yes?
No.
Okay.
I've seen Belle and the Beast fucking.
But
and I'm not even going to say where because I don't want to give her name, so.
Well, what about the Lion King stuff? That was Timon and Pumbaa, I guess?
I bet. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'll type...
And they're like
I'll
spooning.
type what it is because I don't...
And they're both looking up at that sky being just like, you know.
I'll type what it is because I don't want to say it. I'll type what it is in the chat. There you go. It was awful. It was really awful.
Now you're the middle piece.
And I can never unknow that.
Please. I made the mistake, I think, of... It was like really...
That is almost like the human centipede
in a way. It's really awful. Don't even like fucking say it out loud because it's really awful. I don't want people looking that up.
Okay, that should give you a hint, people. That's all we can say.
Yeah.
Can't say anymore. We'll get in trouble.
I mean, we're marked as... I always mark episodes as this episode is explicit just because. But you know. I don't want to get in trouble, and we always talk about doing people, so it's like...
We talk about doing people, we talk about periods.
Fuck yeah!
We've never talked about doing people when they're on their periods.
Everyone's going to relate to that.
I don't understand how people can have sex when on their period. That sounds so painful.
Tell me about
It's not painful.
I think I saw a picture, there's a picture that I've seen on Facebook a couple times before, and it's a guy, I guess it's a screen cap from a movie, and he has like...
Yeah, he's got blood
He's like,
a
face. Real man will love his woman every day of the month. I'm like, oh my god, no.
Yeah, a friend of mine posted that, and I posted back, but a real man would know that during that time they should stay far away.
Hell yeah, I've got no sex drive when I'm on my period.
I'm for relieving cramps.
Sex
and
I've
orgasms.
heard that. I've heard that
what?
before.
Sex and orgasms are supposed to be good for relieving cramps.
Really?
I've heard that before.
I'm miserable on my period, though. I right now.
I just don't want to be touched, but that's I have OCD, and I'm like, I feel dirty. Don't touch me.
I have OCD. Heather, I have OCD.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do. I have to take medication.
I used to take medication.
Wow, I feel like we've shared.
Medication. I remember I would always get a little offended when like my friends in school, especially like in middle school, like people would always say like, man, I'm really OCD about that. But I would know people who actually had OCD and were nothing like that. It's
like, unless you are literally losing your shit,
it's like, I like to line up my papers. I'm OCD. And I'm like, that's not OCD.
Yeah,
no, it's not OCD unless you don't line it up and then have a panic attack.
Yeah, tell me about it. OCD is when you spend 45 minutes brushing your teeth and your gums are bleeding. Okay,
I used to spend like 4 hours in the shower when my OCD was really bad.
Tell me about it. It's awful, isn't it, Heather?
Yeah, it's a lot. Mine is a lot better than it was, but like
Yeah,
this past
same here.
couple of months, it's been rearing its head again, and it's like, oh, this is fun.
We had a
I
show.
like
We had a show in America here for a while, and I wish it would come back. I wish this show would have stayed on.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's called the OCD Project.
Oh, never mind. I have no idea what you're talking about.
And it was this guy. He was like a OCD specialist therapist, and he would take a bunch of people with like really severe obsessive compulsive disorder and put them in a house together. And try
That's the real world OCD,
try
basically.
to help them with their OCD.
Like, I'd murder you, but I'm afraid to touch you.
It's the real world OCD. That's what it sounds like.
I thought when you said the show that related to OCD, I thought you were talking about Monk.
Yeah.
I used to love watching Monk, and then my
Monk.
OCD got really bad, and it stopped being funny because I'm like, oh my god, that's my life.
Luckily, I saw Monk once mine had died down.
Yeah.
I mean,
You can't watch things that relate to OCD when you have OCD, or at least I can't, because I start picking up on other people's OCD.
Yeah, but on the OCD project, they had like really severe obsessive compulsive people. Like, there was a woman on there who couldn't go driving without thinking that she like would hit a child or something. Like, she would always think she would be like, I think I hit something, I think I hit somebody, and she would have to turn around.
I feel like
U-turns around her neighborhood because she would always think she would like hit a child or something. It would take her like 45 minutes to get out of her neighborhood to go to work.
It's awful.
Sad.
What's horrible about it is because I don't know, mental health problems are so stigmatized. Everyone's just like, oh, you're just whinging. In my day, I had to walk, 10 miles to school, and we didn't have all this
snow.
Yeah, we didn't have all this namby-pamby medication. And it's like, no, people have always had mental health problems. That's why people used to drink themselves to death. That's why the suicide rate was so much higher. It's your brain is an organ. Like anything else, it can get ill.
Mm-hmm.
I think let's see, there was another woman on there, or another guy. He was so obsessive compulsive about he had this severe fear of becoming like a psycho killer. And there was another man, I think, where he was afraid of hurting somebody with just a single like by just thinking about it. And
I used to be afraid that because I found washing my hands so exhausting and they would get like red raw, I just didn't used to do it. And then I got into this phase where for about 2 years I really, really worried that I was like killing people just by touching them, just by spreading germs. Like it would keep me awake at night. I mean, and that's the thing, that's what nobody ever talks about. It's nobody would pretend to have that to show off.
Yeah.
No. I had a family member who thought that I was faking it for attention, supposedly, and I'm just like, okay, you can think that, but that you think I'm faking the 4-hour showering and the inability to leave the couch because I'm afraid to touch anything in my parents' house. Like, there was a point where I was sleeping on the couch and I would not go anywhere except on occasion to the bathroom and to the kitchen, and the whole way I'm avoiding touching anything. That's when it was at the worst. But,
What my therapist said to me, so for anyone that is listening to this that happens to have OCD, he said that I was allergic to uncertainty, which sounds very, very trite, but for me personally, like, that is the truest thing in the world. Any shred, any % of uncertainty, and that would be the thing that would send me over the edge and make me think, well, if I'm not certain, then the bad thing definitely did happen. So
I believe uncertainty is very scary.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's just that taken to the extreme. Whereas I've kind of learned now, like my mantra now is, if I don't know whether it did or didn't happen, then it didn't happen. And I don't need to worry about it. And I just have to tell myself that. And between that and the medication, I'm, a lot better.
Really,
well, good for you.
Really fucking depressing, you guys.
Oh, sorry, Greer. But
oh my god.
Hopefully it'll.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is depressing, but I sort of understand what you mean. Like, I have ADHD, and I mean, I know that's not nearly in comparison, but like, I've had people say that I was faking it, or you know, I've seen lots of specialists and stuff like that, so I sort of know what you mean.
Yeah.
It is tough.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's, you know, people don't have a great deal of sympathy for mental health. I mean,
Yeah, and it's always made fun of or taken lightheartedly, like, oh, I have such ADD right now, I can't focus, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
do you really? Really?
yeah, totally.
I
You
think
wouldn't
I
say,
have-
That always
like-
bothers me too.
I think I was
you wouldn't
diagnosed as a
say
kid
I
with,
have
like,
such
ADD,
AIDS
and
right now.
the ADD gets really annoying because you really genuinely try to focus on something and
Yeah,
you
like,
just can't.
yeah, people think it's like, oh, it's just, you know, oh, you can focus later, you just gotta concentrate. It's like, no, you can't. It's like, I can't focus at all. Like, my brain wanders all the time, 24/7. So it's not a switch,
Mhm.
dumbass.
Yeah.
Well, it's ignorance. It's just, it's a
It is
complete lack
ignorance.
of understanding because people
Absolutely.
would, you know, they'd rather pretend it's just attention seeking. They'd rather pretend it didn't exist.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
I'm
You don't have to deal with it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad we're talking about it actually because I think
Me too.
you know,
Group
No.
hug.
group hug, but like we've got a lot of we might not have a lot of listeners, but
We average
Our
about
listeners are
30-ish views, so I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know
that's-
where you guys are coming from,
Hey,
but
Jesus. Wow.
yeah.
You like us. You really like us.
don't know where the fuck you guys
Well,
are
that's-
coming from, but
Yeah,
I just keep
where's my
watching them.
25
Yeah.
cents?
Well,
Where's
it's
my
probably
ad
all of our
revenue?
friends, and it's probably all of our friends, and Ricky Gervais, and Film Brain, and Barack
President.
Obama, and all
Barack
those
Obama.
guys.
You know what? And it really is Welshy. He
Oh, yeah.
listens.
I don't know if he still
Motherfucker.
does.
Oh yeah, probably
Yeah.
not.
Probably
I don't know.
not.
Maybe around the
I haven't
time-
talked to him lately.
I think maybe around the time you started getting angry about the Wreck-It Ralph overalls, Greer.
God. By the time I
No, I'm
started
only joking.
becoming
That's
a monster,
No, there
You
is
got mad
nothing
about
funnier to me
overalls?
than your rage.
yeah.
She likes your rage.
I love your
Thanks.
rage.
You got mad about overalls?
Yeah, it was a long. It's a long
Okay.
story.
All right, that's fine.
Justin Bieber met the president of
The Prime
Canada.
Minister of
and he
Canada.
walked- the Prime Minister of Canada. Sorry, Canadians.
the president of Canada.
The King of Canada.
Canada.
And he only wore overalls, and you were not happy,
I
Greer.
know. I think he should have dressed up better, but then Serena said it was not a big deal actually to meet the Prime Minister. Apparently in Canada, it's just not a big fucking deal. So it's like whatever.
I love that episode of The Simpsons where they it's where they go to Australia and like Bart prank calls them or something, and they get really angry and they're like, "I'm gonna go and speak to the Prime Minister," and then the guy just shouts out his window, "Hey, Mr. Prime Minister!" And the guy's just like, you know, like dingy, like eating a hot dog, like
Yeah.
that's how I see
Oh, yeah.
Australia. I want to go to there.
Oh, Australia.
I don't know if I'd go to Australia. They say that like the top
Everything
10.
can kill you.
Yeah, the top 10 like poisonous snakes on Earth, like most of them, if not all of them, were in
yeah.
Australia.
I learned that from
Yeah,
Steve
but wouldn't
Irwin.
they just like? Oh,
I would
God.
never go to Australia because I
Uh-oh.
will probably die of venomous snakes. According
Yeah,
to Steve
because
Irwin, who I
take
grew
a-
up with. So
Cause
Gotta go.
of
Just like
death,
written from the
venomous
sky.
snake.
You just take a swig of Foster's though and be like, mind how you go,
Yeah.
like, yeah, can't win them all, like, yeah, you'd go out with
I
a,
desperately want to go to New Zealand.
yeah, tell me about it,
It's so pretty. Oh my god.
beautiful.
And then
I
I,
mean,
found out that they actually built Hobbiton and the Green Dragon Inn in New Zealand, and I'm like, oh,
everybody,
Oh.
if you want to see a Lord of the Rings related thing about New Zealand, Rooster Teeth did a series where two of their guys who love Lord of the Rings went to New Zealand. Did
A
the
Simple Walk into
a simple
Mordor.
walk
I
into
really want to
Mordor.
see that.
I saw the ads for that.
Yeah, that looks
Simple
fucking
Walk in
hilarious.
is a good series. It's like about 6 episodes long. It's really good. It's really, really good. Two Rooster Teeth people, they went on the trek from Hobbiton all the way to where supposedly Mount Doom was in the movie, and
Nice.
they walked there, and it was... It looks awful.
Such an
It
awesome
looks like
idea.
an awful way to die. But definitely watch that. Watch that series if you do anything today.
Okay.
If you like Lord of the Rings, definitely watch it.
I'm obsessed
Yeah,
with
watch
Lord of the
it,
Rings.
definitely. It's
Yeah,
on
I'll do
YouTube.
that.
Look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up because we all have
I
lives
think-
to go do. I actually have one thing to do today,
Yeah.
even though I'm
Yeah, I will.
deathly ill. So,
Yeah, I've got a curry downstairs that isn't going to eat itself,
Sweet.
so.
I have to go live and...
But anyone got anything to pimp?
No, not really. Just, blog and stuff, so.
The only thing I can think of is me and Morgan are writing a comic, so watch this
Yeah.
space.
Yeah, I saw you guys on Facebook talking about it.
So fucking excited!
Awesome.
I can't wait.
I'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep everybody up to date on that.
Yeah. If you want to keep abreast of that, just add me on Facebook, Fran
Yeah.
Kilshaw.
People can add us anywhere. So, we're gonna say bye-bye today. Happy Oscar Day, everybody. Goodbye.
Happy Oscar Day. So long, lads.
Happy Oscar Day.